Have you ever wondered what it truly means to live a blessed life? Across centuries and continents, seekers have asked this question, yearning for a wisdom that transcends the everyday and points us toward the heart of what matters most. In the Christian tradition, there is a collection of teachings so profound, so countercultural, that they have inspired saints, mystics, and ordinary people to reimagine the meaning of happiness and fulfillment. These teachings are known as the Beatitudes, a radiant pathway to a life shaped by grace, humility, and hope. Today, we journey into the mystery and significance of the Beatitudes and discover why their message continues to echo in hearts around the world. The setting, the Sermon on the Mount. Imagine a hillside in ancient Galilee, the warm sun illuminating a gathering of men, women, and children. They have come to hear a young rabbi, Jesus of Nazareth, whose words have already begun to transform the world around him. As he sits down to teach, the air is filled with anticipation. What will he say about the meaning of life? About blessing, about the divine? It is here in this sacred moment that Jesus begins with the Beatitudes, a series of blessings that turn conventional wisdom upside down and invite us all into a deeper way of being. What are the Beatitudes? The word beatitude comes from the Latin beatus, meaning blessed or happy. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 to 12, Jesus proclaims 8 blessings. Each beatitude follows a simple pattern. Blessed are, naming a group often overlooked or misunderstood, and then describing the divine reward or quality that belongs to them. These are not just moral instructions or rules to follow. They are invitations into a new vision of reality, a kind of spiritual poetry that reveals the heart of God. Let us listen to these Beatitudes as spoken in the Gospel of Matthew. 1. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. 2. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. 3. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. 4. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. 5. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. 6. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. 7. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. 8. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Each of these blessings is like a doorway inviting us into a life transformed by divine love. A closer look exploring each beatitude, let us explore the meaning and spiritual depth behind each of these blessings. Blessed are the poor in spirit. To be poor in spirit is not simply about material poverty, but about a profound humility, a recognition of our dependence on something greater than ourselves. It is the awareness that we are not self-sufficient, that we need grace, that we are open and receptive to the divine. In a world that prizes achievement and self-reliance, Jesus lifts up those who know their need, promising them the kingdom of heaven itself. Blessed are those who mourn. Here, Jesus addresses those who carry sorrow and loss. In a mysterious reversal, he calls them blessed, not because suffering itself is good, but because those who allow themselves to feel grief are also open to the healing presence of God. In mourning, hearts are softened, illusions are stripped away, and comfort becomes possible. The Beatitude assures us that in our deepest pain, we are not abandoned. Blessed are the meek. Meekness is not weakness. It is strength under control, gentleness, and humility. The meek are those who do not assert themselves at the expense of others, who yield and listen, who honor the dignity of all. In a world that often rewards aggression and dominance, Jesus promises that it is the meek who will inherit the earth, a stunning reversal of worldly power. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. To hunger and thirst for righteousness is to yearn for justice, for goodness, for a world made right. It is a longing that refuses to be satisfied with mere appearances or half measures. Those who ache for righteousness are promised fulfillment, a taste of the divine justice that sets all things right. Blessed are the merciful. Mercy is compassion in action. It is the willingness to forgive, to help, to reach out to those in need. The merciful refuse to let judgment have the last word. Jesus assures us that those who show mercy will themselves receive mercy. For compassion begets compassion, and love returns to those who give it freely. Blessed are the pure in heart. Purity of heart is about integrity, about having a heart undivided by selfish motives or hidden agendas. It is the simplicity and clarity that come from seeking God above all else. The pure in heart are promised the ultimate blessing. They shall see God, not just in some distant future, but in the here and now, in every moment of clarity and love. Blessed are the peacemakers. Peacemakers are not merely those who avoid conflict, but those who actively work to heal division, to bring reconciliation, to sow harmony where there is discord. In a fractured world, peacemakers are called children of God, for they reflect the nature of the divine, the source of all peace. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Finally, Jesus blesses those who suffer for doing what is right, who endure hardship or rejection because they stand for truth and justice. He assures them that their suffering is not in vain, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. The mystical vision. What makes the Beatitudes unique? The Beatitudes are not simply a list of virtues to admire or goals to strive for. They are a mystical vision, a revelation of the way God sees the world. Where the world sees weakness, God sees strength. Where the world values power, wealth, and comfort, God honors humility, compassion, and the courage to love. This vision is profoundly countercultural. It challenges us to see blessing not as outward success, but as inner transformation. The Beatitudes invite us to embrace our vulnerability, our longing, our capacity for mercy. They awaken us to the presence of God in the daily realities of life, in sorrow and joy and struggle and peace. The Beatitudes across time and tradition. Throughout history, the Beatitudes have inspired countless people to live lives of radical love and service. Saints have left behind riches to care for the poor. Peacemakers have risked their lives to end violence. Ordinary people have shown mercy in the face of injustice. The Beatitudes have shaped the Christian imagination, becoming a touchstone for spiritual seekers across the globe. But their wisdom is not only for Christians. The spirit of the Beatitudes, humility, compassion, peacemaking, resonates with the deepest teachings of many faiths. In Buddhism, the Pathway of right intention and loving kindness echoes the call to purity of heart and mercy. In Islam, the emphasis on justice, humility, and caring for the oppressed finds kinship with the Beatitudes. In Hinduism, the practice of ahimsa, or nonviolence, mirrors the call to peacemaking. In this way, the Beatitudes are a bridge, a meeting place for all who seek a life of true blessing, whatever their tradition. Living the Beatitudes today. What does it mean to live the Beatitudes in our own lives? It begins with a shift of heart, a willingness to see as God sees, to value what God values. It means choosing humility over pride, compassion over indifference, peace over conflict. It means opening ourselves to the mystery of grace, trusting that even in our poverty, our mourning, our longing, we are held by a love that will not let us go. Living the Beatitudes does not mean escaping the struggles of life. On the contrary, it means entering into them with courage and hope, knowing that blessing is found not in avoiding pain, but in letting it transform us. It means being willing to stand for what is right, even when it costs us. It means becoming vessels of mercy, channels of peace, witnesses to a love that embraces all. The enduring significance, a call to transformation. The significance of the Beatitudes lies not only in their beauty, but in their power to transform. They call us to a new way of living, a way marked by humility, compassion, justice, and peace. They invite us to let go of old patterns of thinking, to risk vulnerability, to trust that in giving ourselves away, we receive a blessing that cannot be measured. The Beatitudes remind us that the kingdom of heaven is not a distant dream, but a reality that breaks into our world whenever we choose love over fear, mercy over judgment, hope over despair. As we contemplate these ancient words, may we find ourselves drawn into their mystery. May we have the courage to live their truth, to become, in our own small ways, bearers of blessing to all we meet. Thank you and invitation. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Beatitudes. We invite you to reflect. Which of these blessings speaks most deeply to you? How might you live their wisdom in your own life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We would love to hear from you and continue the conversation together. If you found this exploration meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe to Faith and Life. By joining our community, you can discover more content that delves into the world's great religious traditions and the questions that matter most. May the blessings of the Beatitudes guide you, inspire you, and lead you ever deeper into a life touched by the divine.